are so fun. I'm just going to tilt it around. Kaiser, are you exhausted? Are you? Let's turn it back around. So while we're waiting for our friends, oh, there we go. Waits for some friends, and while we rest, it's quite a warm day today, so we're lucky, aren't we? Just waiting. He's exhausted. It's quite warm. But yeah, this little space where we can do questions and answers while we're having a rest and a little break, can't we? So, I know some people had quite a few questions, and they wanted another hi there, and they wanted another Q&A so they can ask their questions. So hopefully you guys are on or make this live. If not, and you miss out again, please comment below and we'll maybe try and do a video on them. But if you're here and you've got questions or you've got comments or you just want to share stories, we're here. Aren't we, Pom Pom? Aren't we, Pom Pom? Little mess. It's a lot busier these days on our walks because lockdown's official. It was over quite a few weeks ago, but now people are feeling more comfortable to come out. Hi, Michelle. People are feeling more comfortable to come out, which means there's more little dogs. Well, dogs are always out. Hi, Michelle. Yes, your question. So ask away. Some questions coming, Kaiser. Maybe if you can ask your questions, ask them one by one, just so we can make sure we answer them and we see them. No, Michelle. So the question was, have you noticed any aggression or dominance in Kaiser? No, he's got a very calm, gentle temperament. The only time he'd probably get, even then he's not aggressive, but the only time he would get annoyed is if he's very tired and you're trying to ruin his comfort, but even then he's not aggressive, so no. Even on our walks when we pass little dogs, he just acts like they're not even there. So fingers crossed he stays that way, and he's not de-sexed either. So I mean, that just says a lot about the temperament of the German Shepherds Kaiser's breeder breeds. So no aggression or dominance. We're just a baby. We used to be baby. Any other questions? Hopefully we answered that one for you. Itchy. Just going to tilt this so you guys can see Kaiser more. Oh, that's better. Now they can see you. Doesn't matter about my face. We will see you, Kaiser. There's people passing, so he's monitoring their moves. There we go. Just there we go. Any other questions, Michelle, or others? Thanks for licking your own saliva. Do you have any professional training with him? Professional, when you say professional, do you mean like a different person who comes and trains? No. All the training, all the obedience, and pretty much anything Kaiser knows is all thanks to me and my family. But yeah, it's mainly me that does the training. And he's 7 now, so I mean, yes, there's probably a lot more he could learn, but we're quite happy with him the way he is. But yeah, I mean, some people keep training their dogs even past the age of 7. People may have professional trainers from a puppy onwards and go different stages. But yeah, Kaiser doesn't have a professional trainer. Do you? Do you? We can tilt this up now. Yeah. Any other questions, Kaiser? I love pinching him here. It's just, I don't know why, it's just so satisfying just going like that. Kaiser, do you like it when I do that? Do you like when I... Any other questions? He's the best boy. He's the best boy in the world, aren't you? Good boy. Waiting. While we're waiting for more questions. So yeah, there's a lot more little dogs. Like there were little dogs out on our walks, but now there's a lot more. And guys, 9 out of 10 just chirp at Kaiser. What's this one? Did Kaiser ever nip or bite you when he was a puppy? How did you deal with it? Yes, Michelle, he did. When he was a puppy, it was like, he didn't even mean to do it a lot of the time. A lot of the time, I know something the breeder said was, a little tip that she gave was to wear socks at all times and wear trackies or pants that are old, because she warned us we're going to get lots of holes in them. So, yeah, a lot of the nipping was mainly at the ankles or at the feet, but we kind of stopped. The dragging of the feet, like sometimes he would like latch on and then he would just keep, as we're walking, keep doing it. But look, you just got to be patient. You got to really persevere through that stage. It doesn't last too long. One thing you can do is just make a loud noise and say no, and just, you know, make sure you really, every time they do it, say no, and like just push them off. Another thing we sort of did was laundry. So Kaiser knows that laundry is a space for walks, so his collar is his leash, but he also knows that the laundry is a space when he is being a little bit naughty, he goes in there. And it was mainly when he was a puppy and he was going through that nipping phase. So that really worked for us. But yeah, the nipping, you know, sometimes he would, because the puppy teeth are so sharp, and sometimes he would just, like, let's say walk past, or like if he was to come to me and play and he would just swipe me, I would get a scratch on my arm, and I have sensitive skin, so that was a nightmare. So the puppy biting phase was a nightmare for me, because it was like I walked through trenches. I had scratches all over my arms, all over my legs, and it's not because we couldn't stop him, it's just because his teeth were so sharp. So yeah, you got to be very patient during that phase. Make sure you discipline them, tell them no, make a loud noise, and hopefully it'll go. What interval do you go to do the medical checkup with Kaiser? So with Kaiser, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but he goes to the vet once a year for his injections, his vaccinations, just the normal ones. Medical checkup, usually during that time, the vet will do, you know, a checkup of his testicles, of his heart, of his ears, eyes, nose, all those sorts of things, stomach. So yeah, that's usually once a year, unless if I notice anything, then I take him, which is quite rare. Yeah. Isn't that right, Kaiser? Why are you there so like they can't see you? They can only see the side of your face. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I get scabs on the side of his nose. Let me get a tissue. Can I wipe this off? Got it? Good boy. Oh. Get it. So I do baby him a lot, guys, as you can see. But if I notice something, so there's like, I think last time we were talking about things that are like common between us. I know that both Kaiser and I both have we have dry skin. During the winter, my nose gets a bit, what's the word I'm looking for, dry, or like not scabby, but you know, it just like gets a bit flaky. He gets the same thing. So we're kind of in sync. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, you guys are also in sync with your German Shepherds or pets, because it is a thing, isn't it? You still got to scab their bum. Did I get it? Show me. I got it. Nearly. Nearly. Any other questions? No? No? Oh, Michelle, that is a wonderful question. Would I get another German Shepherd? A lot of people say, you know, why don't you get a puppy next to Kaiser, so, you know, knock on wood, when Kaiser gets very old, and if, you know, that day comes, which I never want it to come, you will at least have a puppy that's been around Kaiser and has those memories. I can't have, as much as I would love to, you know, my dream would be to have a farm full of German Shepherds, but I can't, all my love, devotion, attention goes to Kaiser, and I cannot even imagine splitting that with another German Shepherd, especially going through that puppy phase. Probably Kaiser would discipline it quite a lot, which is what I'd want and what I wish I had back when Kaiser was a puppy. But I think for me the next step would be to have my first child. So I'm not, you know, eventually when that day comes, that would be where my attention would be going. So I don't think I would be getting another German Shepherd. Maybe down the track, you know, many moons later might be a potential, but I can't, you know, I think if something ever happens to Kaiser, it'll take a lot for me to get over, and I won't be one of those people who just, you know, a few weeks later decide to get a new German Shepherd. It wouldn't be me. It takes a long time. It will take a long time for me. So look, yes, I would love to, but in reality, I don't think I could. But I love German Shepherds, so yeah, potential is there. Isn't that right? I'm very attached to Kaiser, if you guys can't tell. Does he have problems with other males? No, he is not desexed, and he doesn't really know. It's usually the other males that bark at him, and I've noticed that a lot of dogs that are desexed actually are the ones that get quite intimidated or start barking, and Kaiser's just like, what the hell is going on? So no, from what I've noticed, he doesn't. You know, if there is the occasion where there might be a dog that's a bit bigger. Actually, we passed the St. Bernard a few days ago and he was fine, and it was a male. But you know, if a dog does bark at him, there are some times where he will bark back. You know, that that part will sort of come up. But yeah, no, he doesn't. He's not really very aggressive, guys. If you haven't noticed already, it's tilted to you. Is this my first German Shepherd? Yes, it is. It's my first German Shepherd. When I was younger, some family friends and my cousins had German Shepherds, and I just always loved them. I also love Dobermans, but you can't get the Dobermans with the pointy ears and the tail here. So, and I don't really think, you know, I really admire the German Shepherd's temperament and just everything about the German Shepherd. So, yeah, he is my first German Shepherd. Probably why I'm so attached. Probably why I'm so passionate. But yeah, you're my first love, aren't you? My first love. Best boy in the world, he is. Best boy. What's that? Come here, sorry to do that, but we want to see you, little man. We want to see you. We want to see you. Any more questions, guys? We've been getting a lot of questions this live, which is really cool, because usually it's just some comments that we get, or we answer questions that we've already answered. But this time around, you guys are asking really good questions, so thank you. It's good for us to pass the time as well. Isn't that right, Bum Bum? Kaiser, do you like answering all these questions? So there's someone over there staring, and Kaiser just had a look out, and he seems okay, yeah? You're right with that person looking? And they're gone. Any other questions, guys? I can see 9 people but we're just waiting. Kaiser, are you the best boy in the world? Are we going to go home and have a nice nap together? Have a nice little relax? That's what he wants to say. He loves it. He absolutely loves just having, it's like he knows. Like before I took a little video, I was doing my makeup and he waits in the bathroom with me. I think there's videos there already. He waits and he knows that if I say I'm going to put on makeup to go for a walk, he'll sit and he'll wait, or he'll sort of go in and out of the bathroom towards the front door and back and all that sort of thing. So he knows. He's very good at picking up on cues, and he understands very well, don't you? There's another person there, so he's staring at them. But yeah, he understands. Michelle, what trick thing was the hardest to teach Kaiser? What trick was the hardest? I don't know. He's very, very, very smart. I'd say what trick was the hardest? See, shaking hands happened very quickly. Gentle happened very quickly. I'd say something that was a bit tricky was getting him in the pool. So that's not really a trick, but it's a thing that he absolutely adores and loves doing these days. But I've mentioned this story before. When he was a puppy, he came and it was winter and the pool was actually dirty, like he wasn't ready to swim in or anything like that. So he didn't really get the chance to get into it for the first four months. Then it started to get warmer and obviously we started wanting, swimming. And he was very curious, but he couldn't jump in. He didn't want to go in. So what I did was I got his leash, put it on him because he knew that this meant walkies, this meant fun. It was safe because it connected him to me. And I slowly started to get him in the first step, the second step. And then gradually, I'd say it took maybe, it didn't even take, the first day I did it, not even 20 minutes, something like that. So each day I did it. And the more we did it together with the leash and going into the pool, he got more confident. And then as he was in the water swimming the shallow end, I took the leash off and he sort of didn't even notice he was in there. And then that's how we gradually made him confident to get in the pool and jump. So I think that one was one that took a while, but that was more to build up his confidence, not because he couldn't pick it up, but it was to make him comfortable. Hi there. So yeah, I'd say that one was a bit of a tricky one. It took a lot more work than, things like gentle, shake hands, sit, bang bang, playing soccer, understanding those sort of commands. He picked them up very quickly, so it wasn't tricky. It was, obviously it takes a lot of, it doesn't really take a lot of patience. It's just, your dedication. You have to be dedicated to reward them when they do the correct thing and those sorts of things. But I'd say the pool was a big one, and as you guys can tell, he absolutely loves it, so he built that confidence. Hello? Can I have a kiss? Where are you? Hi. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, my hair caught on your leash. You silly. So we might slowly, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll give you guys 5 more minutes for those who are just tuning in. But then we'll get going because we're going to have some lunch and then we're going to go home. We're going to have a nap together. Are we going to have a nap together? And this, guys, if you're wondering, I've explained it before, this blue bead is to protect him from the evil eye. So it's just so nothing happens to him. When people walk past in the street and say, what a beautiful dog, it sort of keeps him protected. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, come here. Where are you going? Any more questions for us before we go? Before we go. Oh, 10 people, Kaiser. We're going to give these 10 people, how many minutes? 3 minutes? Any questions? Any comments? You got 3 minutes. Because Kaiser's ready to go because he wants to have a nap. We've got 12 people. Maybe we should stay. I think this is prime time, Kaiser. I've got 13. Maybe we should stay. I wish I could understand what you're writing, but I don't understand. Sorry. Can't translate it either. Baby, you've got the best face and the best temperament and the best boy. And the best boy. Baby. Are we going to have a nap? Are we going to go to bed? Thank you, Michelle. I hope he lives a very long life. My dream for him would be to live forever, but that's not possible. But hopefully he lives till like 18 years or something like that. That would be a dream. A dream, wouldn't it? Well, at least live to see when I have my first child one day and be a big brother, huh? Would you do that at least, huh? Be a best big brother? Because that'll be fun, and then we can record videos of you being a big brother, huh? Okay, well guys, we were gonna get going. Hope you guys have a great weekend because it's Saturday over here, and we will see you guys soon. Bye. You gonna say bye? You gonna say bye? Bye. Bye. Oh, thank you. Germany, Kaiser. That's where your family is from. We've never been there. Bye, guys.